Hello, everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I had just finished doing a 40-minute video of where I was trying to solve this problem right here, which is two-sum. Okay, and so I'd done 40 minutes of trying to solve two-sum, and then Susie said, "Hey, let's go get a table because we're moving into this apartment here in Seattle." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, let's go." And let's see, right there, that table. Okay, so all right, let's go. We were walking down the street. I saw this guy who had a shirt with the Leetcode logo on it, and it said underneath Leetcode. When I saw that shirt, I didn't even think. I just had an instinctual reaction. I went, Leetcode? Ay, like this. And Susie laughed at that. I didn't really see what his reaction was because I said that right when we were passing each other. And so, but my goodness, it triggered something deep within me. I just finished doing a 40-minute video where I was struggling. Look at this. Look at this. Wrong answer, wrong answer, wrong answer, wrong answer. And I finally got it. This is the brute force method, and then this one up here is the way you're supposed to do it. So I just struggled through that. And then this guy comes here and with a Leetcode shirt on, and I'm just like, I saw that. Again, I didn't even think. I just saw Leetcode. Okay. Anyways, multiple things that we need to get done in this video here. First off, I solved this and we're good, but I realized that there was actually another solution that I didn't look at. So we're gonna go and try to figure out like what is okay, I guess there's two solutions that I didn't look at. So we have this hash map, okay, and then we have this hash map one pass. Okay, so this is two pass, the other one's one pass, and then yeah, I can go back over my solution that I did, which is very similar to what he did here with the sorting. So let's start looking at this answer here and try to figure out if we can see what he's up to. And then after that, we are going to go and do the next problem in the Leetcode, or Neetcode, I should say, path. Okay, so what's going on here? Let me expand that a little bit. Okay, so we're creating a dictionary, all right? And for I in, so we're going through each of the elements in nums, and I should probably say like what the problem is and what we're trying to do. So we have this nums array here, and we're trying to find indices I and j such that those two indices add up to some target number. Okay, so like in here we're trying to have our target add up to 7. So does 3 and does 4 add up to 7? Yes, it does. So okay, cool. Index 0 and index 1. Index 0 right there, index 1 right there. They add up to 7. Alright. So that's what we're trying to do. Now let's figure out what's happening here. Well, we're just getting the index and the actual value right there, and then storing it in our dictionary where the in, which is the number, is the key, and I, which is the index, is the value. Yeah, so this is the number. The number is the key, yeah, and then index is the actual like value associated with that key. Okay, for I in enumerate nums. Okay, so we're going back over this nums array and we're getting the index and the value again. Okay, difference equals target minus n. Okay. if diff in, oh, that's actually really clever. That's clever. Okay, I see what's going on here. Yo, this guy. Okay. So what's happening here is we are going and getting all of the um, indexes, or sorry, all of the values and storing them in a dictionary. So then what we do is we go back over the dictionary, or back over the array, and then we say, okay, for each of those elements, I take one and I say this number minus the target, or the target minus this number, that's equal to the number that I'm searching for, right? Like, let's be more concrete. So I add all of these numbers into my dictionary. So I add a 3, I add a 4, I add a 5, I add a 6. Now I go back over this list. I say, all right, I'm looking at 3 right now, and my target is 7. All right, so 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. So that means if 4 exists in this array, that's the index that I'm trying to look for, right? And so I go and I find where the 4 is, and then I just return the index of 3 and the index of 4. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's try to code this one out. And I know that I just like literally saw it, but I didn't really get a good look at it, so it's fine. By good look, I mean like there's some value to actually writing it out and doing the syntax yourself, right? So I understand the idea. Now let's try to take the idea and put it in. So what do we want to do? We have these I and J, or sorry, we have this nums, and I want to create a dictionary. So my dict equals a dictionary. And now what I want to do is actually add all of the numbers in this nums into my dictionary. And I want to keep track of the indices because I need some way to determine, hey, which number am I actually looking at? Okay. So like when I find, oh, yeah, there does exist a 4. Oh, great. Where is that 4? Because that's what the question is asking. What are the indexes of the two numbers that sum up to the target? So you have to keep track of these indices. So I create this, and now for enumerate on nums, okay? And what does enumerate return back? It is value, or index first, right? So in index val. That's not right. There we go. Now I want to add it to my dictionary. So my dict, and now how do we add a value to a dictionary? We say, hey, I have a key inside the parentheses, and what is the key? The key is the thing that we want to be able to search in O of one time, which is the value. And now I want to say equals index. So index is the thing that I'm kind of, let me make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. That's it. That's nice. Okay. So index is kind of the key and the value. So the value kind of sticks with the key. So I can easily search like, hey, what was your index? Okay, cool. So I do that for all the values in nums. And then I go and now I want to search for a winning combination. So and do I need the index again? Yes, I do, because I need to determine, like, hey, I'm getting a value. So I'm going to loop through all of the values in this nums. And I need to say, like, okay, right now I'm looking at a 3, but wait, which index was I at? I forgot. We need to keep track of that. So for index val in enumerate nums. So we're going right back over our list. Now we need to find the difference, right? Difference equals our target minus the value. Yep. So difference is kind of like, which value are we searching for now? Like, is this in my dictionaries? If so, we found that winning combination. So if difference in my dict return, and we want to return a tuple, right? Now, the problem stated that we need to return the first index is going to be the smallest of the indices. So the way that I'm doing this is I'm searching here, right, this 3, and then looking, is there a winning combination? If no, then I go to the next one and I look here, is there a winning combination? If no, I look here. And so the current number that I'm looking at is never going to find a winning combination that is behind me, right here, because I've already searched, like, this 3, I've already searched, and I know that that 3 doesn't have a winning combination, so it's not going to be there. So I know that this indice right here of one of the pairs of winning values is going to be the lowest one. So I can do index here. Now I need to return the other index of the other winning combination, which will be what? So I can find that because the key value. So my dict, and what was the key? It is that not that value, sorry, it's this value. That's the one that's the winning combination. And then this will return back to me the index. Okay. And I believe this problem says that we're guaranteed to have an I and j that satisfy the condition. So it should work. Let's go. Was that accepted or no? No, it's not. Okay. Outputting the same thing. Why? Da, 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 da. 2 and 3. Are these swapped, maybe? I have a absolute horrible memory. I literally did this like 2 hours ago, and I said the same thing, like, oh, is this swapped? Let me just keep randomly trying things. Okay. Print looking at here? 0, 1, 2, 3. So, no, I think index is first. Okay. So, my intuition was right. Index, val, index, val. Okay, but that still doesn't solve the problem as to why. Well, that was accepted, but like when I did submit last time, it gave me the wrong answer. Yeah, see? Like, what's up with that? Who on earth can be so passionate to have Leetcode on their shirt? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, unless he was like purposefully trying to go around triggering software engineers, because we were in the location where it was like the Amazon spheres, the Day One building, the Doppler building, all of those locations. So there's a possibility he was just trying to troll people. I think that might be what's up. Yo, but that. I feel like it should be correct. My output is 1, 1, and it's supposed to be 2, 3. Like, index here. Oh no, it's just. Yeah, I mean, key value. Key is. Okay, so it's a little bit difficult because value, like key value, and then I call this value right here. Maybe I should have called it like number or something. Like number. Yeah. So now we have here key is index and value is number. No, sorry. This is number and then this one is index. Okay. So now I'm putting in here, which is the key number, yeah? And associated with that is the index. Yes. So right here, I put in the key. And I should get back the index of the other pair. If difference is in maybe it's a problem with this line right here. Like, is it like this? Or this is gonna crash. I don't want something to crash. Well, that's kind of awful. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This is terrible. Index, number, in enumerate nums. I think I can just do this. Like, it's in my dictionary. And in. That's accepted. But then when I go to submit it, it decides that it's going to give me this thing. Well, 1 1. Which why would it give me a 1 1? That doesn't even sum up to the target. So I'm about to go and look at the answer again because I can't figure it out. If you guys can like instantly see it, let me know if you guys saw this. Like if you see what I'm doing before I see what I'm doing. So see if you can find what I'm doing wrong. And I'm about to figure it out myself because I'm gonna go look at the solution. Darn, couldn't find it. And then if that doesn't work, okay, well, then that's why we have artificial intelligence. Okay. If diff in indices and, okay, why is he doing it this way? If diff in indices not equal to I, so that makes sense. Oh, maybe this one is because we don't want it to like double count. Like, oh, fuck. I see why it's 1 1. It's saying 3, and then it's saying 3 again. Like 3 and 3 is 6. Great. And I'm gonna take that away. Okay, and what? And index is not equal to this, right? So finding my winning combination and getting the index. And now if it's not equal to my current index, that should work. Okay. And what makes it because I was even thinking like, oh, okay, well, wait, hold on. I know you're not going to believe me. I know you're not going to believe me because I didn't articulate it. I should have articulated it at the time. But when I was writing this statement the first time, right, when I was first writing it, before I encountered the issues, I was thinking like, wait, do I need to check like if it is the current index? But then I was thinking, maybe not. And then when I was going through the problem, or when I was trying to troubleshoot, I didn't even think of that. Darn. Okay. Well, I am going to be back very soon, maybe like, whatever, 20 minutes. And we are going to be oh. Do we need to look at this one? Like, One pass? Okay, so prev mat. How's he doing this? For I in, he's going through each of the numbers. He's getting the index, getting the number. Okay, index first, number second. Great. Getting the difference, if diff in prev map. So seeing if it's already in your dictionary, and then if it is, you can just return the previous value and that index. If not, you add it to your previous map. Okay, that makes sense as well. So you're just going along and adding to your hash map and then saying like, hey, is a winning combination already in my hash map? If it is, then I know that that's the previous one that I want to add, and bam, here we go, just put it in. And in this implementation, you would not need to check if your current index is you would not need to check if your current index is part of the winning combination because you haven't even added it to your dictionary yet. So, okay, very interesting solutions to this problem. I'm glad that we had this video here to kind of go back over this because I almost missed this. I always have a tendency when I make my videos to get an accepted. It accepts my problem, it likes my problem, and then I'm like just like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm like, oh, yes, I got it. Okay, cool. And then I don't even think to go back and look at the solutions to see like, oh, what are some other possible ways that I can solve this and level up my skills I can't say as a software engineer because obviously this isn't Leetcode isn't really software. Am I allowed to say that? But level up my skills doing this. All right, anyways, so I am going to be back in like very soon, and we are going to be trying to conquer the next problem, which is group anagrams, a medium. Oh boy. Woo! Okay, we had a lot of difficulty on these 3 easies. Let's do a medium. Great. Okay, cool. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I will see you very, very soon. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See ya.